Hello, Nicole Heck here with Fit with Nicole. Today we're going to go through a core workout you can do along with me at home. The only thing you need is a soft, firm place to do it. So a yoga mat, whatever you have available, even the carpeting or a area rug. And then you just need something soft. A throw pillow will work if you have a ball about this size. If one of your kids has a ball, that'll work as well. Or even a big bath towel rolled up will work. We just need something to squeeze in between your knees at one point. So that is the only prop you need. So with that, we are going to get started. We're going to use a timer today just to keep the flow. You can go ahead and start with me. I'll show you your start position and then I'm going to start the timer. So knees are going to be at hip height. Arms are starting out in front of you. Your head is going to be relaxed. Let's go ahead and get into that position, whichever side you want to start on. You're going to take that top arm. You're going to open as far as you can, keeping those hips stacked. They can shift a little bit. And then you're going to turn that core on to close back up. So this is called open book. You're opening that book and then engage the core and we'll close the book. So we're just warming up some of that thoracic spine and those core muscles. Good. All right. You can just roll over to your other side. We're going to do the same thing the other way here. So knees are up at hip height here. You're opening up and then close. So just a nice controlled motion. If there's a spot along the way when you open up, you're a little tight, go ahead and just hang out there for a few extra seconds. You don't have to keep pace with me. Go at your own pace for these exercises. You don't want any pain or discomfort. If you have that, please stop. Otherwise, keep pushing. Good. Excellent. After that, we're going on to our backs. You're going to lay flat with your legs bent, arms at your side, relax. I want you to pull that core in tight, tilt that pelvis slightly. You're just going to do a march. So you're going to lift one knee off the floor and carefully set it down. Your goal is to keep your pelvis level and stable. You don't want it to rotate or move at all. So you want to keep tight in here. Think like you're getting punched in the stomach. You want those abs turned on the whole time so that there's no space between your back and the mat or just a very thin line of space. Good. All right, same position here. You're going to take both legs up into what we call tabletop. Knees over the hips, feet out, making a nice 90-degree angle. And we're going to do a similar move that we just did. You're going to rock your leg down now instead of up, keeping this core engaged the whole time so you don't lose that hold to the mat. Digging deep, float the leg up, nice and controlled. So if you start to feel your back arch away from the floor, that's where you stop and reverse your motion. So you don't have to make contact with the floor. Just go as far as you can and then bring that knee back up. Good. All right, we're going to do the same thing again here. Now we're going to add the arms. So legs are going to be up in this tabletop position. Arms are up over your shoulders. This is our dead bug. So now you're going to extend the leg long and then dig deep into that core, still keeping that contact with the mat. Once you're comfortable with that, you're going to add your opposite arm overhead. But it's a very controlled motion. When the arm and leg comes back to center, everything stabilizes and then the opposite limbs move. Try not to let your stable limbs shift towards each other to counterbalance. Excellent. All right, next is where you need your ball or pillow or whatever you're using. You're going to go ball between your knees and we're doing a bridge. So we're squeezing the hips up. You want to feel your glutes engaged. You want to try and open your hips so that there's no hinge there. You want to keep the contact of the feet into the floor. Focus on pushing through the bottoms of your feet, those heels, and open those hips up. Now the ball, pillow, whatever's between your knees just helps keep that knee alignment so that your knees don't fall out. Good. You can set that off to the side. Next, your legs are going to come up into a tabletop position one more time. We're going to keep this position, arms are out into a T. You're going to rock to one side, about halfway over. Your obliques stop and your deep core brings you back to center. So you're going to go back and forth here and make sure it's all in your abs and your core. You should feel no strain in that low back. Dig deep, back and forth, just like that. Doing good. If that's too much for you, you can put your feet down on the floor and do the same thing side to side. All right, we're going to start over. We're starting over at the dead bug portion. So arms up, legs up, extending out. Should feel those abs turning on a little bit more now after all that warming out. Remember here, it's a very controlled motion. You don't want to go fast. You don't want to use momentum. And as soon as you feel that back coming away from the mat, that's where you stop your motion and pull back in. And you're pulling back in from those deep core muscles. You want that transverse abdominis firing. Good. All right, grab your pillow again, in between your knees. Arms next to you, nice and relaxed. Feet close to your butt, and you're bridging up. Feel that backside engage. Feel your glutes turn on. You might feel your hamstrings a little bit. You might feel a little bit in the low back, but there should be no discomfort. You should feel things working. Opening up these hips. If you're really tight, you might feel a stretch in those quads and hip flexors. Just keep a nice steady pace, up and down. Good. All right. One more time with those wipers. So that's where the legs are up, dropping side to side. Again, you can keep your feet down if you need to. If you really want more of a challenge, you can straighten your legs. Just don't go too far with it, and make sure everything stays in the core, not into that back. So whichever level you're at, go ahead and go with that option. Nice and strong, obliques grab, deep core pushes you back to center, and then over to the other side. Excellent. All right, next you're going to go on to one side. You're going to go into a half modified plank here. So bottom leg is bent, top leg is straight, your top arm is up. We want a nice straight body line. If you're okay with this and can handle more, you're going to do some leg raises with that top leg. If the side plank is challenging enough, then keep that leg down and just work on the side plank. This is going to work that whole side seam. Work those hips, good for you. Nice and controlled. Last one. Good. All right, you're going to stay on your side. You're going to tuck your knees up. You're going to put your arms behind your head, and you're going to rotate that torso open. You're going to stay open like this, and you're going to breathe out, and you're going to crunch up. Now you want to think of taking that top side of your rib cage towards that side of the pelvis. That's where the crunch comes from. You're not pulling on your head at all. Your arms are supporting your head and neck. All of the motion and strength comes from those abs, working in that side as you crunch up. If you have any discomfort, low back pain with this, please do not do this exercise. All right, we're going to go back into that side plank again. So modified side plank, bottom hip is straight in line, top leg is straight, arm is up, and then adding the leg raises if you are able. If not, just hang out in this plank here. That's still working a lot as well. As you get stronger, you can add the raises in. If you're really strong and want more of a challenge, you can go into a full side plank, and then you can add the leg raises from there. Just make sure you keep a nice straight body line. Those hips are working. Everything is firing on. Staying onto your side, we have that side crunch one more time here. Crunching up. Breathe out as you crunch up. Remember, you're just supporting your head. Don't pull on that head. Don't pull on that neck. We don't want any strain from the shoulders up. Everything's working between that rib cage and hip. Feel that right hip working a little bit. Feel those crunches turning on. Excellent. All right, from here you're going on to your back, and we're going to do a bridge hold this time. So you can grab your pillow or ball again if you need to. Otherwise, just work on keeping those knees in. So we're not moving this time, so you can kind of find your alignment and hold. So you want your glutes turned on, everything's opened up. Pull those shoulder blades down and back a little bit and hold. So if you do yoga, you may have done this in yoga before as a hold. Good. Nice strong finish here. And you're just going to roll over onto your other side. I'm going to spin around so that you can see me here. And we're going to do this whole side sequence again. So side plank, bottom leg bent, top leg straight. And we're raising that top leg up and down, or just holding that modified side plank. And again, you have the option of a full side plank, if that's where your fitness level is at. Nice job. This side is always harder because you work both hips when you do these exercises. So hips are a little fatigued after working the other side first. Nice job. All right, tuck those knees up. You're on your side. Rotate that rib cage open. And we're doing the side crunch here. So breathe out and curl up. Again, you're just supporting your head, not pulling on it. Nice and easy. And if there's any low back pain or discomfort, if you have any injuries back there, then you might want to just pass on this one. You can always just hold a plank or go back to that dead bug, something that stabilizes the low back for you. Good. All right, back into that side plank one more time here. This is going to be the hardest one. Nice straight body line, hips forward, arm up, and then you're adding that leg raise as you're ready. Doing good. Nice and strong here. If you get fatigued here, start to feel too much tension in the neck or shoulders, go ahead and put that leg down and just try holding the side plank. You're doing good. Got about 8 seconds to go. Nice and strong. Last one. Excellent. All right. Going on to the side one more time here. You're going to do this side crunch, supporting the head, breathing out, and taking that rib cage towards the pelvis. Good. Remember, no strain on that head or neck. Arms are just supporting, coming along for the ride because they're connected to this upper half of the rib cage here, which is floating out. Excellent. All right. To finish here, we're going on our hands and knees. So we're going to go into a bird dog next. So with the bird dog, your knees are underneath your shoulders, hands underneath. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. So we're going to take our left leg back and right arm up. You're going to hold. Now, if you're new to the bird dog, I want you to just hold here and focus on this core, holding in like as if you were doing a plank. If you know how to do the bird dog, let's do a crunch, taking the knee to elbow underneath, and then you're extending back out into a nice level hips. Good. All right, so get set in that nice 4-point stance. You're going to extend that right leg back behind you now. Left arm is out. Same thing, hold if this is new. If you're able, tuck knee to elbow, and then find that level point on the extension. So then you do a crunch underneath, and that deep transverse stabilizes you on the extension. So lots of core work going on, but we're also working that back side. Glutes firing on, some of those back muscles, keeping everything controlled. Good. All right. Next, you're going into a tall plank. Hands are underneath the shoulders, energized into the mat, feet back behind you. Tuck that stomach in so everything's nice and tight. You're going to tuck one knee up and then the other. So you're going back and forth with knee tucks here. It's coming straight in. Notice as my upper body stays stable. It's just the lower body that's moving. Try and keep your head in line with your neck. Don't let your head drop. Don't want any strain into the neck. Good. We're going to do a quick child's pose back just to relax those shoulders for a few seconds. And we're going to repeat that sequence one more time, starting with the bird dog. Let's take that left leg back, right arm out. Find your position and either hold or crunch. Nice job. Keeping those hips level. Really focus on those deep abs. So don't let anything rotate or twist as you're extending out. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to take that right leg back and left arm out on this one. You're almost done here. Good. You're ready for the crunch. Crunch underneath. Extend out. Nice and steady. Your focus with this exercise is control. Keeping those hips level. Keeping those abs turned on. Feel those glutes some. That deep core working for you. Excellent. All right, we have these knee tucks one more time. So energize through those hands up into a nice tall plank. Keep that core in, stomach tucked in tight. Nice controlled knee tucks. Good. Nice easy breath at your own pace. Feel everything working. Your shoulders might be getting a little tired, but really focus into that core. Make that what's holding you up, what's driving that knee up. Everything from that midsection. Good. All right. To finish, you're going to go with a wider knee, feet together, and you're going to sit back into a child's pose and just stretch. Good. So just relax into it. Let that low back stretch. Let those hips open. Arms stretching overhead after all that work they just did. And turn your hands towards each other and then up towards the ceiling. That'll stretch into those shoulders a little bit more. Or you can just relax down. If the arms overhead is too much, you can keep your arms back at your side as well. Whatever you need to do. All right. With that, we are done. Nice work.